minutes to the top of the hour. So we're heading to the SMB Insight. Our insight today is looking at the implementation of the Parish Development Model. The Parish Development Model, the PDM, has been highlighted as a key pillar for the national budget in the next financial year. The next financial year of 2022-2023. The first bunch of the national of the disbursement of funds in the Parish Development Model will see parishes receive 17 million shillings each. But later on, as the advancements go on in the next financial year, parishes will be receiving 100 million shillings. The Parish Development Model has faced some criticism from some of the people, especially those in the urban centers, because some believe it is targeting rural areas, which is not true. However, with the Parish Development Model, the government intends to address quite a number of challenges: alleviation of poverty in the country and from the grassroots, because with the pro-people budget, the government believes that the Parish Development Model is the answer to the challenges Uganda has been facing. And the government says the money will be heading to destinations it has never been this time around. And trust me, in the next SMB Insight, we go up close and personal with the third Deputy Prime Minister, Right Honorable Lukia Nakadama, as she gives us an insightful discussion and on a conversation of the Parish Development Model on matters regarding the Parish Development Model. She highlights how the government is going to implement this, how possible this will come, and the reality behind the other programs that the government has been coming up with, and also how Ugandans can benefit from the Parish Development Model. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SMB Insight. I would like to welcome you to this particular segment of Business Special from the Smart Means Business Program. I'm Jerome Paul Sonko. As we await the financial year, the start of the financial year as 1st July 2022, one of the key pillars of the national budget this very year for the next financial year is the implementation of the Parish Development Model. Many government programs have been put in place. If you were to break down, one is the Poverty Alleviation Program that started in 1992. Then we did start in 1992 up to 1996. Then the Intandikwa Program, which was as well introduced for the farmers, and this was a campaign that started in 1996. Then we got the Poverty Eradication Action Plan that started from 2003 to 2010. Those are some of the programs that have been that have actually been implemented by government, and most of them have impacted the lives of the ordinary Ugandans. And joining me at this particular moment as we take an insightful picture of the implementation of the Parish Development Model is the third Deputy Prime Minister, Right Honorable Lukia Nakadama. You're most welcome, Honorable.
Thank you.
And you out there would want to know, with all the other programs and initiatives by the government, is the Parish Development Model a copy and paste of the others?
So much. I greet you all viewers. I don't think it is a copy and paste of the previous programs, because all these programs have been delivering in a different way, or have been delivered in a different way. If you look at all what you've mentioned, it's totally different from the Parish Development Model, because the PDM, we are targeting the lowest person in terms of poverty. But those previous programs, people have been getting, all those ones who were targeted, again, were the ones on the top. Those are the ones who have been getting the money. If you look at Intandikwa, those, the lowest person could not get. But for this one, we are targeting the lowest person. And the other programs that you've talked about, we've tried to, about 68% has been transformed. Now we have the 39% who have not been reached by those programs. So we are targeting the 39%. Those are the people who have been working in subsistence they've been mainly on subsistence way of life. Now we want those people to be transformed to the money economy.
Right. Now, Honorable, I would also understand more of the procedures that you're going to follow to execute this program. We were told, and we do understand, that this particular one would see money go to destinations it has never reached before with the previous programs. But how are you going to execute this?
We have registered our people in circles. If we talk about the PDM, these are people at the parish level. The parish is now the top of that program. So when you talk of a parish, the people are in the villages who make up a parish. They are going to have a circle. In this circle, they have a chairperson of that circle. And they register only those whom we know that they belong to the 39%. You are not allowed to get somebody who has his 5 acres of sugarcane, 4 acres of coffee, 10 cows, 0 grazing, and so on and so forth to register in this circle. We are not supposed to register such a person. So the people whom we are registering are those ones whom we know that they completely don't have. And the people who are monitoring this, chairperson LOC3, we have as the chairperson, LOC2, as the chairperson on that council, on that committee. We have the parish chief, he's the secretary. We have the one in charge of women. We have women councils. So the person, the chairperson in that parish is on that committee. Then we have somebody for the elderly and the PWDs. So those are some of the people on that committee. They have to follow and monitor to see who are these people who have been registered. If they register a wrong person, the person whom we know that we can take and imprison is the parish chief. Because parish chief is a government person. We pay him our salary. So if this person is paid, then he allow people to go in and get these other people who are not supposed to get. Then he will be imprisoned. So that's how that money is going to be given out. And the people themselves, they know somebody who is really in a bad condition. They say, please, there is Madam A. That lady, the husband left her there. She has children. Sometimes she goes without even, they go on one meal. They spend one meal, they depend on one meal a day. So such people are known in the villages. So the monitoring committee, these are people whom they live with. You know, you go for burials with that person. When he's in such a situation, it is you people to sit on a village and say, let us contribute for him or her. So they are known. That's how we are going to follow up that team, and that team will be in position to know who is the best person to qualify to get this money.
All right. Now let's also look at the time limit of this project. Does government have a time frame that the project will end maybe 2025, or is it here to stay?
For now, we are saying if the program starts, we expect this person to stay with this money for a period of 3 years.
Okay.
Then I think we review, we see what is it, how has it moved, what percentage really changed from the subsistence way of living to the money economy way. And I think after 3 years, we can look at it and see what is it. But for this period of 2021, 2025, we expect that money to continue rotating within. So which means it is this period of 5 years, we are going to look and see what is it, because it is in our manifesto. Okay. In our manifesto of 2021, 2026, we propose this as a strategy. Right. To look at those people who have been living in a subsistence way of living. We call it akolera chida chonka. Okolera chida chonka, just working for the stomach. You know, for that person, he says, if I have my maize, if I have my cassava, so long as I eat, the rest, God knows. So that is the person whom we've been targeting all whom we've targeted in this program of PDM. So it is of 2021 to 2021 to 2026. That is a period of 5 years.
Okay.
We'll be looking at it.
And seeing the development.
And see the development.
All right.
But the money, somebody can stay with that money for a period of 3 years. I think I wanted to put the difference.
Okay.
Yes, he can stay with that money for a period of 3 years. But we have the 6% as interest. So you can stay with it so long as you'll be giving us our 6%. Then when the end of the 3 years, when you come to the end of 3 years, then you can give us all our money. But within that period of 3 years, we shall keep on giving, in that parish. We don't go anywhere else, but we stay in the parish. When you come in this year, those people are still with the money, then we bring another 100. Right. Then that one goes, then we bring another 100. But remember, we are getting the 6% back to our to our basket. So that's how we've targeted, and that's how we've programmed for the PDM.
All right. Honorable, now lastly, I would want you to give some advice to the Ugandans in your parting remarks in regards to the parish development model and how they can benefit of it.
One, I would request our people, those ones who will be getting this money, not to misuse it. You need to invest this money where you know that you'll get profit. For example, some people might get money and think of buying a nice cloth. You think of eating meat, which you've taken some time, because this is the person we are talking about is that one who has taken years without even eating meat. But after getting them, I said, no, today I have to eat meat. My wife has stayed for long without a new dress or a new garment. I have to buy for her. My children are like this. So thinking of luxuries, it's not the issue. This is money that is coming to the village to produce more money. So I want to call upon all those people who will be the beneficiaries to invest well. We have areas where we are supposed to put this money. Industrialization, commercial agriculture, and then ICT. It is called ICT. Those are areas where we can invest this money. Right. If we talk of commercializing agriculture, we want somebody to go, you put that money somewhere so that after that period of time, you have multiplied. You have more than you had that time. You can sell, not only for eating. You used to grow on an acre. After getting the money, now you are in acres of land. Yes, of what you have grown. So which means you have increased. They say, please go and calculate. You first calculate before you put in that money. If you know that you are going to plant onions, how are you going to benefit? How much are you going to get at the end of the day? Don't say, no, I'm going to plant onions, but these onions that I'm going to plant, we shall sit here and eat. We use it for our home consumption. No. Okay. If I take to the market, how much am I going to get out of this? So I'm advising them to commercialize it, to use it for industrialization and ICT. Those areas we expect people to invest this money in such a way that we really increase on, we want to transform our people for transformation. We want to see transformation. Our people have been transformed, like the 68% that transformed using those other projects that we introduced that time, and the 39%, we also want them to transform. And Uganda also continue or be firm in the middle income country, like you had the president mentioning that at the budget when we were reading the budget. So if we stagger, then we might go back. We want to be firm within the middle income country.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable. And there you have it, a future secured or a future yet to be secured. The government normally does its part, so it's back to the people to at least make sure that the implementation of the PDM does happen. It's a collective effort. We need to have a positive attitude towards this particular program, and then we shall definitely benefit. This has been Business Special. I'm Joram Paul Sonko, and I've been having the Right Honorable Third Deputy Prime Minister, Right Honorable Lukia Nakadama. Till next time, have a good day. Indeed, a future secured or a future yet to be secured. How are you securing yours? That will depend, by the way. Have you secured it, or you are yet to secure it? Are you on the steps of securing it, by the way? Because this and more are all the discussions that we're going to be having in the next few months in time. Pretty much obvious, by the way, if you're to look at the nature of securing the future of Ugandans and why we're all optimistic that this will change the narrative of how things are. But with the parish development model, there's a huge sigh of belief that this may change how money has been dispersed in different areas in the country with the different or the former programs of the government. There's Intandikwa program, there've been the program, there's Operation Wealth Creation. So now there's the parish development model, which one would still say a continuation of the Operation Wealth Creation. Now, like the third Prime Minister's highlighted, that this one may stay in, if you look at the time limit, would be monitored entirely during this presidential term till 2026 to see its impact in society, to see the impact it has on the Ugandans. Will it be able to eliminate poverty from the grassroots as they do believe, or as we do believe it will? So this is where all the eyes will be. With the parish development model, come the next financial year, the members of parliament were given 2 weeks after the national budget was presented to go to their constituencies and monitor the implementation of the parish development model to see how the parish development model is going to be implemented in their society. This comes at a time when the national budget or the national cake was already shared to the people, different allocations were already made. So the ministers and the MPs have the right to make sure that their people are well represented. And in the matter of the parish development model, they have to make sure that these people receive the money. 17 million first, then we shall go into another disbursement of 100 million per parish. Over 10,000 parishes have been registered. The government has put in place measures where they have to first register different circles, and that has been done by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics. The exercise started last week, where the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is set to have what is actually happening on ground. So that is what we are definitely going to be receiving in such a situation. But with that, bringing us to the end of our second hour of your morning Kickstarter. When I do return after the break, we shall be heading to SMB on ground with Andrew Barije, who's going to be giving us a picture of the current fuel prices as we get a public opinion regarding the high increasing prices. They are in Chibuli, and that is coming in after the break at 9 a.m. Good morning.